Congratulations, and it's nice to see Arl really show his true colors.
Yes.
Yeah, so much fun playing such a badass.
He's a great character. I've always loved the character. That's why I wanted to do it in the first place. But to be able to get to the last chapter of the whole thing and to kind of show a bit more of what Arrow's all about was great.
Yeah, and he's got a good following and his close vampires that stick with him.
Absolutely, yeah. I think we're all set up now for the Arrow the early years.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
That's a very good. Look at you thinking already. Last time we spoke, I know that your daughter was so excited when you got this role, and that she had the poster up on her wall and little picture of you in the corner. How is she? Now it's evolved a few years. How is she feeling about Dad being in this pretty cool series?
Yeah, well, it's been interesting because she was really obsessed with the books long before I got involved with the films. And she was only about 8 or 9 then, and now she's a teenager. Now she's like, Bella. She's gone on that journey herself. So it's always kind of allowed me to keep a tab on how meaningful these stories are to a lot of people, because I've seen the impact it's had on her life. And now she's a cool teenager and all that, but she's really looking forward to coming to the premiere of this.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah.
No, for sure. Why do you think it is, especially being a dad and having someone so close who has been such a loyal fan? What do you think it is about this series that people have just been so drawn to and been so devoted to it?
Well, I think, one of the things that Stephanie does so well in the books is to be able to, even though it's in a world of vampires and werewolves, it's about this young girl growing into a young woman and going through all the experiences that every young girl goes through, I suppose. And I think, primarily the audience for these films is young girls. And I think they really relate to that journey that she's going on. There's no message particularly. It's just Bella goes through these experiences, and it's the experiences that they're going through. And so somehow it makes you feel like you're not alone and you've got something to relate to. And I think for a teenage girl, the feelings you have, they're bigger than the everyday. So suddenly being able to see someone have those feelings in the context of legendary mythical creatures and these sort of amazing mythological situations, I think it somehow gives body to the size of the feelings of teenage girls. So I think that's probably what really gets to people.
Yeah.
And of course how brilliant Arrow is.
Well, that just goes without saying, Michael. I mean, really, as you say, Arrow the early years, I'm really liking that idea. It's sticking in my head. Watching Kristen turn into a vampire, how did she fare, you being the pro that you are?
Well, she did very well. She looks very, very hot as a vampire, clearly. But I think that whole sequence at the beginning of the film is fantastic, where you kind of see through her eyes and see these details, and suddenly all your senses are really alert and all that. I think she's brilliant. She's the most badass vampire of them all.
She really is, yeah. I know, she kind of gives you a run for your money, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. The battle scene, just shooting that. Wow. Oh, it was awesome to watch that.
Yeah, well, it took a long time to shoot. I did it for about 4 weeks, but I think it went on for months on the whole. It was a huge sequence.
And wearing that costume?
Well, I thought we were going to actually be shooting in forests, outdoors, with snow on the ground and night shoots. So, a bit of experience. I was like, when we're designing the costumes, make sure it's nice and warm, lots of layers, lots of wool.
Yeah, you've been to Canada a few times, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then, of course, I turn up and we're on a sound stage with green screen all around us, boiling hot under the lights. Yeah. So I was really, the 2 Amazonian girls wearing nothing, we were all kind of like, oh, you poor things, you're going to be so cold. They were the ones who were really happy.
Yeah. Next up, we're going to see you in a comedy, like a full-blown comedy. And you, seriously, do you have to bring your A game when you're working with Tina Fey, Paul Rudd? I mean, can you tell me a little bit about just being on that set?
Well, having worked with Tina on 30 Rock, I got a sense of what, how smart and how funny not only she is, but the team of writers and the rest of the actors there. So I knew, you have your work cut out when you go to work with Tina, but I had such a great time. So when I was given the opportunity to go and reprise the role of the boyfriend of Tina Fey, the English boyfriend of Tina Fey, I jumped at the chance. It was fantastic.
It was great watching you on for 30 Rock. It was great, so I look forward to that. Well, congratulations. You've done a great job, and just have such a good time at the premiere, and we hope to see you again in Toronto pretty soon.
Great,
Thank you. Thanks, Michael.